Why those who walk like this rarely fall down after 60. When we think about aging, one of the most common fears that enters our mind is falling. For many people, especially after the age of 60, the idea of losing balance and falling can feel like the beginning of the end. A fall can mean a broken hip, a painful recovery, or even the loss of independence. Doctors and researchers will tell you again and again, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults. But here's the good news. Falling is not destiny. It's not written in stone that when you turn 60, 70, or 80, you must stumble, lose your footing, and collapse. There are people, ordinary people, who keep walking tall well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. They move gracefully. They stay steady. And when you watch them walk, you'll notice something special. They walk differently. So the question is, why do those who walk like this rarely fall down after 60? Let's take this step by step, literally. 1. The secret of posture. Take a moment right now and pay attention to how you are sitting or standing. Are your shoulders hunched? Is your head leaning forward? Do you feel your weight pressing unevenly on your feet? For many people, bad posture becomes a lifelong habit. But the people who rarely fall after 60, they correct this early. They walk upright with their chest open, their shoulders gently pulled back, and their head aligned with their spine. This posture isn't just about looking confident, it's about physics. When your head jets forward, your body has to work harder to stay balanced. Your center of gravity shifts, making you unstable. But when your body is stacked in alignment, every step you take lands with balance. Think of a tall tree. A tree that grows straight and steady doesn't topple easily in the wind. But a tree that bends unnaturally eventually cracks. Walking with posture is one of the biggest secrets of stability after 60. 2. The power of small steps. Some people rush through life. They walk fast, they drag their feet, or they take long, careless strides. But those who rarely fall have learned the wisdom of small, mindful steps. Why? Because short, steady steps keep your body balanced. Long steps increase the risk of tripping. Dragging your feet makes you vulnerable to every uneven surface. The Japanese call this way of walking Namba Aruki, a style where the body moves in harmony, steps are smooth, and balance is preserved. If you've ever seen elderly people in Japan walking with grace, you'll notice how mindful their steps are. Each step is like a conversation with the ground. Says, I respect you. I trust you. I'm balanced upon you. 3. The role of core strength. Walking is not just about legs. It's about the core. Those who rarely fall after 60 have something in common. They strengthen their center. The abdominal muscles, the lower back, the hips, all of these act like stabilizers. Without a strong core, your body sways, wobbles, and loses balance. Think about it like this: your legs are the wheels, but your core is the axle. If the axle is weak, the wheels can't move properly. Elderly people who practice yoga, tai chi, or even simple balance exercises keep their core active. When they walk, their bodies don't shake with every step. Instead, they glide. They are anchored from within. 4. The breath of balance. It may surprise you, but the way you breathe affects the way you walk. Those who rarely fall don't rush their breathing. They walk in rhythm with their breath. This calms the nervous system, improves oxygen supply to the brain, and sharpens focus. Have you noticed? When you're anxious or distracted, you stumble more. But when you're calm, you move with flow. Breath and balance are best friends. And those who walk in rhythm with breath rarely fall. 5. The eyes as guides. Another hidden secret lies in the eyes. Most falls happen not because the legs fail, but because the eyes aren't paying attention. The people who rarely fall always keep their gaze a few steps ahead. They don't stare at their phone. They don't let their eyes wander aimlessly. They scan the path, predict obstacles, and adjust their movement before trouble arrives. Walking is not only a physical act, it's also mental awareness. A steady walker is an alert walker. 6. The mindset of balance. You might think falling is purely physical, but ask any neurologist and they'll tell you. Fear makes you fall faster. The people who rarely fall after 60, they walk with confidence. They trust their body. They don't let fear tighten their muscles. Fearful walking is stiff, robotic, and unstable. Confident walking is fluid and balanced. It's the difference between someone who walks on ice in panic and someone who glides smoothly because they trust their feet. Mindset is everything. 7. Shoes, surfaces, and smart choices. Practical wisdom also plays a part. People who rarely fall make simple but powerful decisions. They wear shoes that grip well and fit comfortably. They avoid slippery floors or uneven paths when unnecessary. They choose to walk on safe surfaces. This doesn't mean they avoid challenges. It means they walk smart. 8. Real-life example, the 80-year-old dancer. Let me tell you a story. I once met a woman in her 80s who was still teaching dance. Her steps were light, her posture perfect, her balance remarkable. When I asked her secret, she smiled and said, "I never stopped walking like a dancer. Every step I take is a step of grace." And she was right. She wasn't just moving her legs. She was carrying her life energy in every step. That's why she never fell. 9. What science says. Research backs this up. Studies show that elderly people who practice mindful walking, yoga, or Tai Chi cut their risk of falling by up to 50%. Their muscles stay active, their balance sharp, and their reflexes alert. In other words, the way you walk today determines how steady you'll be tomorrow. 10. How you can walk like this. So, how can you adopt this way of walking, the way of those who rarely fall? Stand tall, keep your head, shoulders, and hips aligned. Take small mindful steps, don't rush. Respect each step. Engage your core, walk from your center, not just your legs. Breathe with rhythm. Walk in harmony with your breath. Focus your eyes, look ahead, not down at your feet. Walk with confidence. Trust your body. Walk like you belong. Choose wisely, wear good shoes, pick safe paths. Do this daily, and you'll carry yourself like those who glide through old age without falling. Final message. Life is a walk. From the moment you take your first step as a child to the steps you take in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, it's all a journey. But here's the truth. Falling is not inevitable. Weakness is not destiny. With the right posture, mindset, and awareness, you can keep walking steady long after 60. Remember this, the way you walk is the way you live. If you walk upright, with balance, with awareness, with confidence, you won't just avoid falling down. You'll rise higher. You'll live longer. You'll inspire others with every step you take. So from today, walk like those who rarely fall. Because those who master their walk master their life. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.